hang on for 1 second, young lady. I've been standing here for 15 minutes listening to you insult me. I don't take that kind of abuse from anybody.
You've been asking for it. Now you're getting it.
I merely stated an opinion.
Well, who wants it?
Celia, knock it off.
This is a man's life we're talking about.
I can look after myself.
Well, you're not doing it. And if you won't defend yourself, I will.
The reason that Grant is not defending himself is because he knows that I'm right. He is living off the kindness of others. Now, see, I don't know what you call that, but I call it freeloading.
How can you be so cruel and insensitive?
I work at it.
Obviously with no thought of the damage you're doing.
At least I'm not being a hypocrite talking behind his back like the rest of this town.
Alan, you can say whatever you want. I really don't care.
Listen, Grant, I've got to tell you something. You have come to the end of the line here in this town. You've got to pull up your roots and make a fresh start.
You know, this may surprise you, but I agree with you. Right on.
We're not going anywhere. You're not going to push us out, Alan Quartermain. I don't care what you think.
What about my family? Do you care what they think?
If they have an opinion, let them express it.
It is my responsibility to look after my family's reputation. It's been badly tarnished, and we're worried. I mean, ask Edward, ask Lila, ask Monica.
Ask me what? Alan thinks that Grant and I should move out.
I never said that. What I said was Grant has burned his bridges in this town. It is over for him. And what I want to know is when the nightmare is going to end for the rest of us.
Well, I can tell you where it's going to end. Grant and Cia live in this house, and they can remain here as long as they want to. That's where it ends.
Not necessarily.
They are members of this family, Alan.
Since when did your heart start bleeding over this family, Monica?
Since I met them and they became my friends.
Who the hell do you think you are?
The owner of this house. And that's the last word I want to hear about this.
Monica is merely doing this to spite me. That's all. You've not heard the end of it. And my last word to you is, I'm leaving.
Close the door when you leave.
I am so sorry, Monica.
Don't be. Don't be. You are right and he is wrong. And if he's so stupid not to realize that, then whose problem is it anyway?
Mine.
Don't you take this on, Grant.
Why not, Monica? I'm the reason it's all happening. Maybe Alan's right.
If you believe he is, he is.
Celia, I don't know what to believe in anymore.
Try yourself. Can't hurt.
Hello, Jimmy Lee? Hello? Hello, anybody home? Oh, good. I gotta get a fire started. Gosh, it was... Oh.
Alan.
Oh! Oh, Lord almighty, you scared me to death.
Well, I mean, I do live here. What'd you expect?
I just didn't expect you home yet, that's all.
Should I call the cops? Isn't that what you're supposed to do when you catch a prowler?
Listen, I called out, I knocked, there was no answer.
I was down at the basement. What can I do for you?
Nothing. I was just walking. I was out. Oh, Lord, it is so cold outside. I am frozen to death.
Well, what's the matter with the heat up at the main house?
Nothing. It's just quieter down here.
No women, huh?
You said it.
Can I get you anything? A drink?
Oh, no, thank you. If it's okay with you, I'm just going to sit here just by the fire for a minute, warm up my bones, and then I'll be on my way. I know how bachelors like their privacy.
They do.
Don't they? Of course they do. I mean, it's been a while for me. I can't really say personally.
Well, I wouldn't believe everything I heard. Actually, I'd enjoy the company.
Okay. In that case, I'll have a drink.
Brandy?
I could have sworn you would have offered me a beer.
Well, it's a little habit I picked up from Edward, you know. Must be in our genes.
Must be, yes. Brandy will be just great, thanks.
So what'd you do, have a little problem up at the house?
You said it. All those women, gracious me, they talk you to death, and then if you have the gall to answer them back, you have committed the cardinal sin.
You, disagreed with one of them?
Yeah, you might say that. Terrible thing is that I was only thinking that I was beginning to understand Monica for the first time.
Well, you know the old problem. Understand her. That's a kiss of death. You know, just the minute you start to think, they start to think that you understand them. They change just so you won't. It's a no-win situation.
You're right. I mean, if it were a win situation, I wouldn't be down here drinking brandy with you. I've got to tell you, this is really good brandy.
You think so? I lifted it. It's one of Edward's stock.
You're a clever man, Jimmy Lee.
I get by.
You get more than by. I mean, this place, everything, well, you worked it out. It's cozy, it's warm, it's comfortable. I don't know. Maybe they're right. Maybe less is more.
It's all a matter of taste, I guess.
I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You getting any warmer? You still look a little bit cold.
I'm getting there. The brandy is helping. I do appreciate it. And I appreciate the company.
It's my pleasure.
You are a friend indeed.
A friend? Now, wait a second. I never thought I was one of your favorite people, Alan.
Well, that's before I got to know you.
And you think you know me?
No, but if I have a couple of more drinks, it won't matter anyway, may I?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks. And so you see, it was all just an... I never had many friends when I was a kid.
Oh, come on. You, Alan? I don't believe that.
I know. It's very hard to believe a person like me, good-looking, charming, personable. You would think I would be a shoo-in for the class presidency, wouldn't you?
Yeah, with a little, ballot box stuffing. A shoo-in, buddy.
I couldn't even get nominated.
You're a kid. I feel for you, Alan. I really do.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that you hated my guts.
Oh, yeah, that was before. That was before I knew that you were just like all the rest of the other guys, you know, struggling all the time. And not knowing what you're struggling against.
You're a real friend, Jimmy Lee.
Ah, you don't have to say that.
I know I don't, but I'm saying it because I want to. You're a real friend, and I want you to know that I am your friend, too.
Well, I appreciate that.
Good. Now that we got all of that stuff out of the way, let's go have another drink.
You got it.
Did you hear something?
Yeah, I think that was a knock at the door.
I think it was a tree rattling on the roof. It's a tree.
Sounds like a big tree.
Maybe if we don't pay attention, it'll go away.
Okay.
Well, isn't this cozy?
Want to snort?
Was this full when you started?
Half empty.
Or half full, if you're an optimist. I would really love to invite you to have a drink with me, but unfortunately, as you can see, the bottle is empty.
Alan, you already asked her.
That's right, and the offer stands.
Shame you can't.
What do you mean? What do you call this?
A tree ready to topple?
Timber!
You can go ahead and fall down if you want to, Jimmy Lee. I don't care.
No. I'm going to take myself out for a little walk.
Yes.
I think the cold air is going to do me a lot of good.
A couple of aspirin wouldn't hurt either, you know.
You know something? I think I'm going to walk all the way over to Kelly's. Rose always has aspirin there for me.
Good.
You're on your own, buddy.
Wait! Don't leave me alone with her. Don't. You said you wouldn't leave me alone, you traitor. What are you looking at?
You?
I'm drunk, so what? It happens, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, especially when you drink so much in such a short time.
Are you making fun of me?
No, I'm enjoying you for the first time in ages.
You always did enjoy my misery.
Which loves company. You know that, don't you? Misery does love company.
What did you have in mind?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, don't look so suspicious. You know, we are married.
Don't remind me.
Oh, now you don't mean that.
I do mean it. 15 minutes ago, you were yelling your brains out at me.
What do you mean, at the house?
Of course at the house. Have you forgotten? What, are you drunk?
I'm not. No, 15 minutes ago. It wasn't 15 minutes ago. It was an hour. And that was then. And this is now.
Well, does that make a difference?
Yes. Because now you're drunk.
Oh, that makes a difference.
And you're also adorable. Which is something I will probably deny I ever said.
Don't worry, I won't quote you.
Shut up. No one ever likes a talky drunk.
I can't help it, Celia. I don't like to see Alan and Monica at one another like that.
It wasn't our fault. Alan started the